So the AAA gaming industry is in a lot of trouble right now. We all know they are. Okay, the AAA gaming industry might be as well cooked. But Assassin's Creed executive producer reveals the AAA gaming industry needs to sell 10 million copies to break even. So you remember Dragon Age: The Valley God, that game? Okay, you know, Dragon Age: The Valley God only sold like a million copies or so, but the game as a failure. No one bought it. No one played it. That's why they put microtransactions in all these games because they want to try to get every cent out of you because they spend so much money on these games and they're not even that good. Like Concord, okay, spent 8 years, $400 million, and the game still is set. Okay, this is just a problem of the AAA gaming industry in general. But this is that video game development costs are increasing over year. Maybe be like of Hollywood. Maybe stop spending so much money on games, okay? Like, games don't need to cost $400 million to produce, okay? I'm sorry. I know people are like, why does it matter so much? But games don't need to cost $400 million to produce, okay? That's cost of building games that increase tenfold, and the games still suck. The games still suck. That's the problem. You have 10 games that will sell 10 million copies to continue to go in 10 million. Yeah, the gaming industry is gonna crash. There is no way this is sustainable. I have been saying for a while, there is no way this is sustainable. And especially concerning the fact that they're pushing woke crap onto people. Like, it's 10 million copies, will take 2 million copies, but you need to break even. Okay, 10 games that beats that every year. And that's going to be a big problem for the gaming industry. And especially considering the fact that games, most people don't even buy games at once anymore because they're too expensive. And they're gonna try to release $80 games. Okay. They're gonna try to release $80 games now. It's gonna kill the gaming industry as it is. Most people are not gonna buy games for $80 at once. It's just how it is. Okay. Especially if the games are complete crap, like Star Wars Outlaws not selling only sold 1 million copies in 1 month. For a game that is based off the Star Wars brand, you'd think it would sell like 5 to 6 million copies in 1 month. But Dragon Age: The Valley God, same story, same story. No one's buying these games because they're garbage. Okay, and we have the Star Wars out. We'll have a separate video about Star Wars Outlaws, but they just don't understand. Same thing with Hollywood too. Okay, did Nintendo? The Nintendo is basically like Nintendo is not doing that, and Nintendo is making games the same way. Honestly, like the games that Nintendo knows are gonna sell like 10 million plus, like your big Zelda or your big 3D Mario. Like obviously Nintendo's gonna spend the most money on those games, or your next Smash or your next Mario Kart. But of course, Nintendo knows those games are gonna sell. The difference between those Nintendo and Ubisoft is struggling. Okay, one how it was done for them, one how games like Farm Simulator do it today, or one how Nintendo continues to make games. Okay, Nintendo continues and continues to, there's a reason why Nintendo continues to be successful. Okay, I bet all Nintendo's games released this year cost less than one AAA Ubisoft game. Okay, everything Nintendo released this year costs way less money than what Ubisoft put out. Okay, which is embarrassing for Ubisoft as well, because every Nintendo game released this year has outsold Star Wars Outlaws. Okay, has outsold this game. That's what should be embarrassing for Star Wars Outlaws and for Ubisoft. And they always like to rag on Nintendo, but Ubisoft is the one we should really be laughing at. Goodbye.